instrumental in implementing drainage and erosion control projects in the watershed. Beginning in the late 1970s, conservation planning work at Upper Thames, and specifically soil erosion control, was recognized as an important issue in our watershed. Tied to the Great Lakes water quality, the Thames River Implementation Committee provided a vehicle to promote and demonstrate innovative solutions to soil loss from agricultural land. It required both new ways of thinking and support from the farm drainage community. We're lucky to have a lot of really great agricultural drainage contractors in our watershed, and within this group, Ken stands out.
Ken McCutcheon is one of those individuals who is 100% committed to the greater good. Whether you're standing in a field with him talking about tile drainage, you're at a meeting talking about the latest innovation, or some environmental concern, Ken has unbelievable insight, incredible knowledge, and asks super questions. It's an absolute pleasure to work with Ken anytime I see him. He's a great individual. We're lucky to have him in our community.
Upper Thames has had the good fortune to have and maintain a good working relationship with McCutcheon Farm Drainage. From the get-go, Ken demonstrated his willingness to work with us in learning and developing soil erosion control solutions on farms across the watershed. Ken understands water and drainage, but has been actively engaged in understanding water quality issues as he sees it firsthand. Ken respects the impacts, both positive and negative, drainage may have on our environment, and is a strong advocate of research to better understand drainage, a sentiment that holds true with our stewardship staff. He actively promotes and carries out erosion control projects, building berms, installing inlets, and protecting outlets. He is also in the know of innovative drainage projects that are going on more broadly and how things can be done differently in other regions. Ken is the first go-to when looking for advice on innovative drainage projects. For example, when we investigated saturated buffers as a method to lower phosphorus levels in tile drainage, we asked Ken to give us some advice, search out possible demonstration locations, and in the end, he helped us install 2 projects. When we are looking at other ways to help with tile drainage water quality, we came up with the idea of slag filters. We drew up conceptual plans and again got Ken to get his practical thoughts on the projects. Eventually, we got 2 demonstrations in place with his help. These types of projects are still being discussed in the drainage community and how to better utilize them. When Upper Thames began looking at controlled drainage, we went to Ken to get his thoughts on the practicality of its use in our watershed. The first project was fairly straightforward as it was on flat land. Then we decided to test contoured controlled drainage on Upper Thames land, a project that serves a number of beneficial best management practices. Once again, we asked for Ken's assistance in ensuring the project made sense from a drainage perspective, and where Ken's more intimate drainage knowledge was certainly welcomed. Ken's always been open to take on one-off projects. He once referred to our projects as the fun ones, but the installation of the demo farm drainage features may have made him reconsider. Ken has always been a leader in agricultural drainage. He's been very active with the Land Improvement Contractors of Ontario, or LICO, serving as their president, and has reviewed and been known to be called upon by LICO, other conservation authorities, and agencies such as OMAFRA and Ag Canada when they're creating booklets for beneficial management practices and manuals, carrying out field demonstration days, or putting on workshops and conferences, and he's even reluctantly done a couple videos for Upper Thames. Upper Thames staff have learned a lot from Ken. He's seen as a mentor by peers and other members of the agricultural community. Thank you for your work to improve water quality in our watershed and work with us on innovative drainage projects.